Hello, welcome back to our lessons. This is digestion in the stomach. In our previous lesson, we talked about digestion in the mouth. We said food in the mouth is chewed, rolled, mixed with saliva, and also acted upon by salivary amylase. And then that food is swallowed by the process called peristalsis, and then it moves down the esophagus or the gullet into the stomach. I would like to draw a simple structure, sketch of a stomach. That is how it looks like, not drawn to scale. There is a valve here. There is also another valve here. But most importantly, the valve that allows food to enter the stomach, because this is the stomach. That valve is called the cardiac sphincter. Cardiac sphincter. So food enters the stomach from the mouth through the cardiac sphincter. Whatever I'm naming here is I'm labeling the gullet, what we commonly call the esophagus. The esophagus is also the gullet. Now, when food enters the stomach, something very interesting occurs. This food in the stomach, stimulates secretion of gastrin hormone. Stimulates secretion of gastrin hormone. This hormone is the one that in turn stimulates the gastric gland to secrete gastric juice. So this juice will now mix with food in the stomach. The mixture of food and the gastric juice. But before I go there, it is important I tell you the components of gastric juice. Components of gastric juice. The first one is we have digestive enzymes. And the first one is pepsin, and the other one is renin. These two are digestive enzymes, part of the gastric juice. The second component is hydrochloric acid. And thirdly, we have mucus. We shall learn the importance of each and every component of gastric juice. Now, food in the stomach is now mixed. So we have food plus gastric juice components. So that food is now a mixture. The content in the stomach now is a mixture of food and gastric juice. We go back to the action of the stomach walls. The stomach walls are made up of muscles. The muscles of the stomach wall. We look at the muscles. The stomach wall has longitudinal. The stomach has longitudinal and of course circular. Longitudinal and circular muscles. Whenever you see muscles, remember there is going to be some movement. These muscles contract. The muscles contract. Remember, the food is in the stomach, so the muscles contract and relax. Contract and relax. Contract and relax to bring about mixing of food. The process of mixing of food is what we call churning. Churning. So when the muscles of the stomach contract and relax rhythmically, they bring about churning. And then churning is now the mixing of the content of the stomach, that is food and the gastric juice. Food now turns. Food now, after it has been churned, food plus gastric juice after churning gets to what we call an acidic chyme. Chyme is produced, but this chyme is acidic this time round. Acidic because it has been mixed with the hydrochloric acid from gastric juice. We go back to those components, the gastric juice components and their functions. Remember, we talked about enzymes that are present in gastric juice. Gastric juice. We said we have enzymes, and I said we have. We started with pepsin. Pepsin breaks down proteins. Pepsin is produced in its inactive form we call pepsinogen. Pepsinogen. This is the inactive form. So the function of pepsinogen or pepsin is breakdown of proteins, breakdown of proteins into peptides. Then another one is renin. Renin also coagulates milk. It's also produced in its inactive form we call prorenin. Prorenin. Inactive forms. These ones are inactive forms. I will tell you why. So coagulation of milk proteins. Coagulation of milk proteins for easy digestion by pepsin. So these are the two enzymes that are important in the digestion of proteins in the stomach and as a result of the presence of gastric juice. The second component is mucus. Let us talk about mucus. Mucus. Number B, we have mucus. Mucus forms a protective barrier. Forms a protective barrier. Protective barrier to stomach wall, to the stomach wall against corrosion, by hydrochloric acid. Remember, there is also hydrochloric acid that can easily corrode or digest or break down the stomach walls. So the mucus protects the stomach walls from being digested by digestive enzymes and HCl. So corrosion by HCl and digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes. The mucus is produced by a very important gland we call the gland that has cells we call the goblet cells. Goblet cells. These are the cells that produce mucus. The third component, HCl or the hydrochloric acid. C, we talk about component number 3, hydrochloric acid. It has various functions. Number 1, it provides an acidic medium. Provides an acidic medium. Provides an acidic medium. Provides an acidic medium. Provides an acidic medium for the action of pepsin and renin. For the action of the two enzymes we talked about, pepsin and renin. Those are protein digesting enzymes. Number 2, it activates the enzymes. Activates the enzymes. Remember, I talked about telling you why pepsin, for example, and renin are produced in their inactive form so that they cannot digest the walls of the stomach. So they are produced in their inactive form. So if it is pepsin, we said pepsinogen. If it is renin, we said prorenin. Now, activation of enzymes means they can be in a position of working now. Then finally, the third function of HCl kills some bacteria. Kills some bacteria that may be present. May be present in the food. So that food that you have swallowed and has gone to the stomach may carry some bacteria that are dangerous, and for that matter, HCl, because of its pH, is able to kill those bacteria that could be found in the food. So in our next video, we shall look at digestion in the small intestines. Don't forget that from the stomach, food will now move into the small intestine. Of course, in the small intestine, of course, that one is in our next video, but it's good I tell you something here. In the small intestines, we shall have two parts. The first part, and where digestion takes place, is the duodenum. But the other part of the small intestines where there is no digestion is called ileum. So digestion will end in the small intestine at the duodenum, which is the junction between the food from the stomach and also other components, other chemicals from some very crucial organs. Don't forget to follow me, Smart Learners Studio-Kiongozi, and if you're new here, please subscribe, share our link. Good luck, and let us meet in our next video.